Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, I'm not going to say breaking news, but I'm going to report this story anyway. But at the end of the day, now rumors are coming out once again that Bob Arum is trying to set up a fight for Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, it sounds like cap. Because keep in mind, this just sounds like that same stuff that Bob Arum was talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather when he was talking about the outdoor stadium stuff. He wanted to build a 40,000 seat outdoor stadium temporary to host this fight, and we all know that didn't happen. The fight ended up taking place at the MGM Grand, where it was pretty much until the Conor McGregor fight, probably the most lucrative fight in history for Floyd Mayweather, that is. Now, keep in mind, Bob Arum is saying the same stuff about he's trying to find outside investors to invest in this fight because of the huge salary demands of Manny Pacquiao. Now, from what reports have been saying, that him and Mikey Garcia is pretty much almost a done deal. That Manny Pacquiao has already chosen Mikey Garcia as his next opponent, but I think Bob Arum is just basically talking and putting Terrence Crawford's name out there to just keep Terrence Crawford afloat. At the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao has avoided this fight for the last 3.5 years. And Manny Pacquiao is older now. Okay? So if Manny Pacquiao didn't want to fight 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, why would he take the fight now? Because at the end of the day, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Okay? If Manny Pacquiao wanted 20 million to fight Bud Crawford back then, well, where they're going to get 20 million now? Because we still are in the pandemic. It just sounds like Bob being Bob. Keep in mind, Bob Arum pulled this stuff with Floyd Mayweather when he was talking about the temporary 40,000 seat stadium he wanted to build for Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. And Bob Arum was throwing this stuff about the Floyd Mayweather has 10 days to sign the contract and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people was buying into it. Just the people that didn't know boxing, and Manny Pacquiao fans was believing that Floyd was ducking Manny Pacquiao, which nobody with common sense believed that. The only people that believed that was pathetic white supremacists and Manny Pacquiao's pathetic, Filipino fans and whatever, whatever handkerchief head or whatever Floyd Mayweather hater that happened to be black, that was making YouTube videos at the time was putting out there. But it was all lies, and it's just it's just fact. So I don't think that that's Manny Pacquiao's next fight, even though it does make a lot of sense. You know why? Because it would be for a belt. Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford makes a hell of a lot more sense than him versus Mike Garcia because it's for a belt. Manny Pacquiao beats Terrence Crawford. He has two belts. He has the WBO, then he has the WBA. He's the super champion. The regular belt is, if I'm not mistaken, vacant. I got to look it up. But Manny Pacquiao would have two belts. So if Errol Spence beats Danny Garcia, or whoever wins out of Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia, they will have two belts. They will have the IBF and the WBC. So whoever wins out of Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia, it would make all the sense in the world to fight the winner out of Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford for undisputed. But more than likely, it's not going to happen because you know why? It makes too much sense. That should be the next fight if they can get everything in order, all their ducks in order. But I don't believe this is going to happen because it's just looking like Manny Pacquiao is going to go another direction. As I said before, you have to look at the logic in this. So let me get this straight. You willing to fight Terrence Crawford right now during a pandemic? Okay. And how much do you expect to make? And what is your asking price going to be? And then, of course, this fight would be more than likely on pay-per-view. So, based off people's economics, economical and financial situation, whatever you want to call it, do you think people now all of a sudden is going to fork out 70, $80 for this fight, whether they want to see it or not? So to me, that fight doesn't financially seem feasible right now. I would be surprised if that fight fell in place. But like I said, it makes all the sense in the world. I just believe this is just Bob Arum being Bob Arum, due to the fact that you've been hearing the rumors about Mikey Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao being finalized. And Bob Arum is just saying, basically just keeping Terrence Crawford's name out there. Now, do I believe in the past have he tried to make the fight? Well, yeah. But then again, at the same time, Bob Arum says Manny Pacquiao wasn't a good enough opponent for Terrence Crawford, and basically he don't think Manny Pacquiao could beat Terrence Crawford, so he killed the fight. So now the fight is supposed to be back on. This is some of the untruths that Bob Arum has told. But at the end of the day, none of these promoters are completely honest. They all full of it to a certain degree, and it got to be said. But me, myself, I am one to think this is probably not going to happen. I would love for it to happen, but I don't think it will. Like I said, I just think this is just Bob Arum being Bob Arum. But we'll see. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.